This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Big news out of Penn State's Hazleton campus. We have that story and more next. In the middle of the week, we have a lot of local information for you. I'm Ken Karen. Thank you for watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and in SD on Channel 13. SSPTV.com has an archive of our news and all of your favorite local shows like Music on the Menu. And now your headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Good things are happening at Penn State Hazleton campus. That was the message today as university officials highlighted recent and ongoing campus improvements, new educational programs, and the successful status of its fundraising campaign, A Greater Penn State for 21st Century Excellence. Officials joined by donors stressed that these improvements and the growing number of student scholarships available would not be possible without the support of the community.
Penn State Hazleton's goal is $4.409 million, and student scholarships represent $3.1 million of that goal. At the present time, we have raised more than $1.6 million, or approximately 36% of the goal for Penn State Hazleton. A Greater Penn State for 21st Century Excellence features a variety of university matching gift programs that have enabled our donors to multiply their impact of their gifts and have aided in our early success.
Bemis Company, as well as the Bemis Foundation, was extremely happy to be able to donate to the scholarship fund here. Many of our employees at the Hazleton facility are either graduates of Penn State or have attended classes at Penn State. And the employees that we hired that are either Penn State graduates or have attended ended up being excellent employees. They've contributed heavily to the success of our facility in Hazleton.
As the first generation in my family to go to college, my dad had just lost his job. We were trying to figure out how we could go to school, we meaning me, go to school and get an education. And fortunately, I was able to do that because some people helped me along the way. And I'm so happy and grateful that we're in a position to give back, to perhaps help someone in our community have the same opportunities that I did as a family, to get a valuable education at a Commonwealth campus. I'm a product of a Commonwealth campus, so I have a certain affinity.
And for more information on how you can help, you can contact Eileen Cooper-Avage, Director of Development and Alumni Relations at the Penn State Hazleton campus. And tonight we have a travel advisory. PennDOT tells us that there will be a single lane closure on I-81 North between exit 143 Hazleton and exit 145 West Hazleton tomorrow, June 21st from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Delays are expected. You hear him each weekday on 94.3 FM, The Talker, and you can watch him weekday mornings on Fox and Friends. Next Tuesday, you can see him in person. Brian Kilmeade, who's also an author, will be the keynote speaker of the Bold Gold Broadcast and Media Foundation 4th annual event. This is video from last year's event. The foundation is a nonprofit organization dedicated to educating and training tomorrow's broadcast and media leaders. The event is Tuesday at Mohegan Sun Pocono in Wilkes-Barre. Cocktails and a dinner reception is at 6 p.m. with the presentation at 7:30. For tickets and information, go to boldgold.org. Popular summer camp starts in just under 2 weeks in Hazleton. Our Lisa Sugart and Lily Fuentes from the Hazleton Integration Project have more.
Lily, I know that I've talked with Elaine and Bob Curry in the past, and they tell us that this fills up fast because you do a lot for the kids.
Yes, we do. So our summer camp runs for 5 weeks this summer. It's going to start on July 2nd and run all the way to August 3. And it's just going to be backed up with a lot of activities. We might have a field trip for the kids, depending on what week. And we are going to have visitors come in and do exhibitions and exhibits and just provide educational fun for all of them.
So you've had a lot in the past. They've had a lot of fun. So maybe just give us a little tease of what they've done in the past.
So we've had a Heritage Week. We have had a STEM week with science, technology, engineering, and math. We've taken a week for art and many more other activities that to help their learning skills and develop those leadership skills that we provide.
And there is a fee to attend, but it's very reasonable.
We are charging $20 a week, but if for some reason you guys have a challenge paying for it, we do provide scholarships.
Wow, that's really nice. So $20 a week, but if you can't afford that or you need some help, they're willing to help you out as well. They want to make sure all the kids come out, have a fun summer, but learning as well. So how important is that to the mission of the Hazleton One Community Center?
Well, it ties in with our cultural, athletic, and educational opportunities that we hope to provide for the kids of the community. And having the summer camp to keep the kids occupied since they're not doing anything at home. Most of them are not doing anything at home. We provide this extra help so parents can be able to afford a good summer camp, good quality summer camp, and send their kids and have those educational opportunities.
All right, well, it does fill up fast. So if someone out there watching wants to enroll their child, what do they do?
You just come in, fill out the application, and we go from there.
All righty. This is at the Hazleton One Community Center. The camp's again kicking off July 2nd, right?
Yes.
All right, for 5 weeks. It's a wonderful experience for the children. So contact the center, stop in, register, find out more. You'll certainly be glad you did.
Thanks, Lisa. And tonight we begin a new feature with helpful tips on sprucing up outside your home. Here's our Janine Lasant.
Hey guys, I'm with Lauren Sacco, and we're going to talk today about some tips for your outdoors and cleaning up your property. We're actually at my house, and Lauren, thanks for coming down. I know that it's been such a rainy season, and it's been hard to get you guys out for Vito's lawn care and landscaping, but we're going to offer tips for a few weeks here in SSPTV News so that people can, freshen up outside and really add to the value of their home.
So my father, Frank, and my uncle, Joe, started this company 36 years ago.
Okay.
And we specialize in taking what I want to call a little bit of clutter and taking all of that and making it into what you want your property to look like. We're reliable, we're professional, we show up, we do what we say, and we say what we do. So our motto with the lawn care is, it's your space, we just maintain it.
I do like the fact that you come in because we're going to be doing my property across, I should say, throughout the summer. And if you look at the video, you can see I do have a lot of things that just need to be tidied up and, maybe proper placement of certain trees or shrubs. But it's nice that you get a fair bid and that it's something that's affordable. I think sometimes people are overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, landscaping is so expensive.
Sometimes when you look at your home and you say, okay, I have this big, beautiful property. Now the outside, I want to match my vibe on the inside. So I'll go to people and I'll say, okay, your project, for an example, is $3,000. And they kind of look at me funny. And I'm like, it's more affordable than you think. Now, granted, there are projects where if you're in a brand new home and you need new grass planted and you are bare bone and it needs to be built up, sure, different projects fall in different categories. But for the most part, I will work with you. I will break it down into payments that are affordable for you to be doing monthly. We require a deposit down, just like anything else. And then I'll work with you and say, okay, tell me a little bit about you, what works, because I want this project to work. In order for our business to grow and for us to keep our people working, these type of adjustments are pretty much inevitable.
So you come to the home and I say to you, hey, listen, I don't know anything about landscaping. You can give ideas.
Yes, my father will come out. He'll meet with you one-on-one. He will go over what you have, ask you what your vision is, and he'll guide you mostly efficiently and affordably to the right destination of what you're looking for.
All right. Next week, we're going to talk about what to look for as far as your own landscaping, some tips on do's and don'ts on your own property. Again, your landscaping is very important to the value of your property. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Janine. Vito saved my life this summer. That for another time, though. It's nice when you get an unexpected sale in the middle of the week. Well, tomorrow and tomorrow only, Gold Sure Save in Sugarloaf is having a one-day sale. Get great deals on select items like boneless chicken breasts, ground beef, Heinz ketchup, tasty cakes, eggs, and more. That's the one-day sale. Use your Gold's card while supplies last. Tomorrow only from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. at Gold Sure Save in Sugarloaf. And our weekly reminder that our SSPTV programming is available tonight and every Wednesday from 6:30 until 8 p.m. on our high-definition channel 513. And you can also catch a rebroadcast of SSPTV News tonight at 8 p.m. on both channels, Channel 13 and HD 513. Later in sports, I chat with Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman about Little League Baseball and the World Cup. And coming up next, another interesting segment from BrainWorks. So get ready to work out your mind when we come back. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We're back here at BrainWorks each and every week on SSPTV News. I'm with Angela Terse, the owner, and we actually are going to show the machine today. And we have a client with us.
Yeah.
All right, so who do we have?
We have Basil Stetz with us today,
Okay.
and we're giving him some neurofeedback.
Hi, Basil.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Is this your first time?
Yeah, this is the first time.
All right, so let's see how this works.
This is actually Basil's third session, right, Basil?
Right.
Right.
Okay. So tell us exactly, talk about what you do when they come in as far as measuring the head, what you're looking for.
So before you come in, we determine a treatment plan for you, depending on your symptoms, and we treat certain brain waves. So in particular, we're treating his alpha and theta waves today, and we're also treating his frontal lobes, as you could see. The active sensors are on his frontal lobes.
So there are certain parts when you do measurements, you were explaining to me that you're looking for certain parts.
Areas of the brain.
Areas of the brain. Okay, and how many can you treat at a time? Up to how many?
Four areas of the brain.
Okay, but today we're doing 2, and we can hear some jazz music in the background. Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, does that help you relax? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go through the process of what actually is going on with the machine.
Okay, so this is the technician screen letting me know what brain waves we're treating, if we're inhibiting them, which we are today. It also lets us know his muscle tension. So if he's tense, I can remind him, relax your jaw. And then this is the client screen. So Basil enjoys putting together puzzles as his neurofeedback. So this is the client screen, and he's able to watch his puzzle be put together. If he wants to see the brain waves that we're treating, then I can put that back on his screen. So as you can see, this is his alpha wave, and we're going to take that off because he doesn't like that. So you like it? You want it on there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Now he's actually moving the puzzle with his brain.
Yes. So there's no buttons or controllers that he needs. When his brain is at its potential and where we're setting it, that makes the puzzle pieces move. So this is the just a simple, not a simple. EEG machines aren't simple, but it's the EEG machine is reading his brain waves. The computer is giving him the feedback.
Okay. So once he is up to the potential that you have it to, the next session you can actually increase it.
Yes, so every time he comes back, I evaluate whether he can handle it becoming a little bit more difficult, which in 3 sessions he's made a lot of progress. So we'll make the alpha waves even go down further and further, and then behavior and emotional state will change with that.
Nice. So if you're just tuning in to SSPTV News, we're at BrainWorks. They are located in Elevate. Angela is bringing something that is relatively new to this area, but not new across the country and across the world.
Right. The concept of neurofeedback has been around since 1920s, actually. Technology backed it up in the 70s, but was pretty expensive. And businesses started flourishing in the 1990s.
All right. So you can call her. You can check out the Facebook page, but we'll be back here next week. And I think we'll talk to Basil next week on SSPTV News.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Still caught up on that cool brain machine, but let's do weather, I guess. Here's your forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, 50% chance of showers, mainly before 2 a.m. We will have a low of 59 degrees. On Thursday, we do have a chance of some sprinkles before 11 a.m., mostly cloudy, and then gradually becoming sunny. We'll have a high of 77, mostly clear at night with a low in the mid-50s. Sunny on Friday, highs in the mid-70s. At night, a 40% chance of showers after 9, mostly cloudy, low of 59 degrees. Saturday, 70% chance of showers, then showers and a possible thunderstorm, cloudy with a high near 73. At night, showers likely again, 70% chance, possibly a thunderstorm. We will have a low of 63. 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, high of 79. Sunday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low of 58 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt, now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more.
For daily hours, call 570-455-5362.
That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton, and like us on Facebook.
Did you know that the Hazleton YWCA has summer camps for kids in grades kindergarten through 6th? And did you know that registration for this summer camp is still open? The Hazleton Y is the place to be for your kids this summer, with access to the newly renovated pool, the gym, and plenty of activities. For details and information, stop by the Y, give them a call, or visit their website today. From that blue screen to our green screen, your midday winning lottery numbers here on SSPTV News. You can go to palottery.com for those winning numbers. When we come back, it's Dave Day. See you then.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
I came back from vacation for one reason and one reason only. If there's one thing, Dave, to pull me away from rocket launch pads and that on the Space Coast in Florida, it's to sit down and talk with my friend Dave Siemens, Standard Speaker sports editor. Glad to be back, Dave. I heard you and John had a nice discussion last week. This week, let's jump right into it. You had a very interesting article when I came back, Dave. I was reading about you being in Williamsport as the Hazleton Challenger Little League gets ready to participate in the big exhibition game there during the Little League World Series. Challenger Little League for kids with developmental or intellectual disabilities. It's a great program. Look it up. But you were there because there were some kids from the Hazleton Little League and some officials for the draw, I guess. And the kids and adults seemed very excited just to go down for this.
Oh, the smiles made my day, really, when you see, Lexi Memorian and David Droshak get to go out there and help, former big leaguers and Williamsport officials in Williamsport make the draw for the Little League World Series, and knowing that they're going to be there later in the year too, it's a whole level of excitement that I haven't experienced that much, doing my job, and it makes what you do worthwhile because you see the smile on their faces, and everybody else, they put a smile on everybody else's face that were in attendance, and I'm really looking forward to that coming up in August.
Dave, I think it's nice too when you look at some of the people like Ed Shopey, who runs the Hazleton Area Little League, Jim Burns with District 18. We don't always get to talk about the behind the scenes of what goes on just to get games on during Little League season and all the work that they truly put in. This is a nice moment for them to show some of the work that they did. I know they're liking it because it's good for the kids, but they do a lot to get them not only there in Williamsport, but just to put on the games every day.
Yeah, you look at the work that, and it's volunteers. Really, it's a volunteer effort, not only in Hazleton, but Valley West, Valley East, Freeland, West Hazleton, you name the community in the area, they have a Little League program, and there are a team of volunteers and somebody like Ed who's been, you go back to the Challenger division, pushing for the last 9-10 years trying to get that division represented in Williamsport too, and it's a feather in his cap, but not only him, but there's a lot of people, like you said, behind the scenes. Jim Burns, one of the unsung heroes in the area, in my opinion, because the work he does, putting on first-class tournaments in 3 different age groups, it takes a lot of work and some headaches sometimes too, but Jim always comes in with a smile on his face, and he's very knowledgeable. He's been around the game for a long time, and I really enjoy working with him. He's a sight for the summer. When we're down with our sports season, when it's a downtime, in comes Little League, and Jim Burns coming in with the Little League brackets that puts a smile back on our face, recharge our battery, so to speak, and I look forward to seeing Jim over the next few weeks. That's for sure.
And yes, the District 18 tournament starting this weekend, 10 and 12-year-old All-Star Tournament. We will have coverage here on SSPTV and look for it in the Standard Speaker. So Gino Caro steps down, Hazleton Area High School baseball coach, was there for a decade. That's a long time coaching, had some success, turned out a lot of players. You talked with him, Dave. He's my cousin. When I talked with him too, it was right when Joey Barron got drafted. So he was emotional about that. He really cared about the kids and had a lot of success at the high school.
Yeah, and he started working with a lot of these kids when they were kids, actually, too, starting when they were,
7, 8 years old too. In the case of Joey Barron and a lot of that age group with the Eckley Reds, he gave them a facility to work at, and like he said, he gave them an opportunity to play baseball. He knew that there was a lot of untapped baseball in this area, and I grew up with Gino. I played a lot of baseball with him, against him. We played on an all-star team together back in Babe Ruth back in the day, and Gino was always an enthusiast for baseball. A tribute to his late father, Carl. They were involved in baseball a long time, the whole family, and to see Gino put his heart, mind, and soul into baseball in the Hazleton area program over the last 10 years. He's definitely going to be missed. He had a great staff around him too, and Brian Rabaski and Tony Vigna have been with them from the beginning too, and they're very, very knowledgeable with baseball. They imparted a lot of that knowledge, and like you said, they developed a lot of kids, a lot of players, and a lot of quality teams, and looking forward to the next coach, but they're going to be big shoes to fill, that's for sure.
Dave, I want to close with the World Cup. You mentioned there's a little Penn State connection to soccer, at least, for you too, as we get to World Cup time.
Yeah, we had an unfortunate situation this week. I found out that Walter Barr, former Penn State coach, was, he passed away at 91. He was a coach, I believe, for 14 years at Penn State. When I first started covering sports for the Collegian at Penn State, he covered soccer, and I really didn't know much about soccer, but Walter Barr was always very accommodating, and shame on me, I didn't know about his history at that time. I just knew of him as the father of the Penn State kickers, Matt and Chris Barr, who both won 2 Super Bowls each. When I learned about Walter Barr, he was part of the 1950 World Cup team, the team that upset England and considered one of the greatest sports upsets in history. They made a movie about it. And again, shame on me for not knowing his history. And the more I read about him and what a gentleman he was and how he shared his knowledge and his competitiveness, not only with his teams, but other people around him, including myself. And definitely, soccer world knows who Walter Barr is, and people in mainstream sports should know who he is as well.
So let's finish up this segment so I could go sit at my computer and work/watch some World Cup matches. Dave, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Make sure you're reading his work and Steve Stallone's in the Standard Speaker.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town, a reminder that tomorrow APTA and the public transportation industry will be coming together to celebrate the 13th annual National Dump to Pump Day. On this day, you'll be able to ride free on all Hazleton public transit routes. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Patrick Day Dino Frio Jr. of drums. Mass is Saturday at 1 p.m. at Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church in Freeland. Friends may call Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the church. The McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland is in charge of the arrangements. Shirley A. Searfoss of Highland. Funeral is Saturday at 10 a.m. at the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home in Freeland. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the funeral home. And Loretta C. Zilker of Monroy City. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. at St. Teresa of Calcura Parish in Monroy City. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Cole Heisenroth Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Gary Capus of Drums. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
John Eric Pola and I are off to PNC Field in Music for a special show. Maybe follow our social media at SSPTV and SSPTV News to find out what it's all about. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.